Hello, everyone. My name is Annette Anthony. I'm the Director of Corporate Engagement for EXIT Realty Corp International, and you are in for an incredible treat today. Chances are you've heard about artificial intelligence and probably are still confused about what that is. Today, we're going to have our conversation and really an in-depth look into artificial intelligence with Canva with our very own Marki Lemons Ryhal. Marki, how are you today?
I am doing phenomenal. I have been on the road since the first of the year because AI and ChatGPT has taken the real estate industry by storm.
Absolutely. Now, for our audience, I know you're going to get to talk a little bit about your experience, Marki, and the impression that you've left on the industry and the knowledge that you're sharing. But you have over 64 certifications in real estate. Now, you have such an incredible appetite for knowledge, for education, and you're not just keeping it close vested, you're sharing it with audiences, hundreds of thousands of people across North America.
Yes, I am.
When was the last time, Marki, that individuals saw technology like this that has taken over, like you've seen it with artificial intelligence?
I am 52 years of age and I have never seen anything like AI ChatGPT ever. And keep in mind, I have been gainfully self-employed since the tender age of 10. And so never in my life.
So Marki, let me ask you this, and I want to be serious with our audience because education is so important. Knowing something new and how to leverage it in your business could be the difference of whether that agent is going to say, okay, I'm going to learn, I'm going to take this knowledge and I'm going to apply it to my business. Or we're also talking to that agent who still is in the hunt for the best CRM system and they're still working on their traditional marketing. What is your best advice for the people who are about to impart this wisdom that you have? How will you help them, help them get through of what they can expect with you today?
I want them to know that AI will not replace them, but an agent with AI will. Goldman Sachs has predicted that AI will impact 300 million jobs. And when we came into real estate, I wanted to feel like a stay-at-home mom and earn an above average income. When I think about where I am as a 52-year-old woman, right? I want to have the ability to retire, be financially eligible for retirement when I desire. And when we think about AI, it is going to increase our return on investment. It is going to give us a higher return on our ROTI, on our return on time invested. And so I am getting substantially more done in less time at a lower cost due to artificial intelligence.
That's awesome. Let's dive in. The audience, grab pen and paper. You're about to embark on an incredible journey with Marki. You keep it very simple. You're going to show them applicable things that they can do in their business right away. So Marki, yes, without further ado, let's get started.
Well, I have not been this in love with anything since I birthed my last child. That is how artificial intelligence is changing everything that I do. But a little bit of background. I spend roughly 100 nights per year on the road working for real estate associations, banks, title companies, and franchises. And when I came home this past Thanksgiving, I did what I think every realtor was doing. We prepared for Thanksgiving, and then we start looking at Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday sales, and we start going shopping. However, I pay a lot of attention to social media and technology. And a video popped up from Gary Vaynerchuk. And I saved the video with the intentions of coming back to watch the video later and actually try out this new tool that he was talking about that I had never heard of before a day in my life. Now, let me tell you why I love Gary. Gary has changed his family's lives, all of them, because of YouTube. He's an early adapter of technology. He's a straight shooter. He's invested in Snapchat. And so I said, well, I like Gary. Let me see what it is that Gary has to say about this Chat GPT thing that, guess what? It took me about a month to get its name correct. However, I was using it.
This technology can change a ton of people's lives who are watching this right now. No different than TikTok and YouTube and Twitter and a lot of the shit that I've talked about over the last 15 years that have really helped people. You have to check out Chat GPT. Link is in the bio. This is AI done in a way that is really profound. I think you're gonna be completely blown away. Your head will explode when you play with it. It made me feel the way I first saw a search engine. I was like, wait a minute, I can get all the information from the world from this. This is profound, and most of all, if you're a writer, if you write blogs, for content creators, this is incredible. For people that code, this is incredible. And for many more things and use cases that are coming, this is incredible. What's most incredible is this is gonna be your first taste of AI that really blows you away, I think. Click the link in the bio, play with it.
Now, let's be clear. I was avoiding AI, but I did bookmark this video. And I saw the video a few more times, but I did not take the time to investigate this as a tool until I see my girl, Charlene Johnson. Now, I love Charlene. Charlene is almost your typical realtor. She's in her 50s. She's a female. She's married. She went to school, and I love Charlene. Charlene is the person who truly encouraged me to try out ChatGPT because she broke down what it is that it can do.
This is why everyone's talking about this. This is open source artificial intelligence that is going to change all the games. If you don't know, you need to know. I asked it, can you give me a soup recipe that helps with inflammation? And within 30 seconds, here's my soup recipe. And then I said, okay, can you put it in table format? Here it is in table format, same recipe. And then I say, okay, what about an ingredient list if I need to make the soup for 10 people? This is in real time, 20 seconds later. Then I mean, there are so many ways to use this. My brain is exploding. This week alone, it saved me probably 10 hours of research for my podcast. Okay, then I asked it to write a random blog post about episode 859 of The Chalene Show. And it's writing me a blog post. And as I'm reading, I'm like, did I write this? Did I write a blog post on this? It's that good. Then I said, hey, can you regenerate that same blog post, but make it more like casual, more girlfriend lingo style? And like it's using phrases that I can't tell that I didn't write this. I know you have questions, so see the caption.
I had questions, okay? And so I said, oh my goodness, I need to try this tool out right now. I came back into this office around 9:30 p.m. and I did not emerge from my office until 4:30 a.m. and my head was spinning because instantly I knew that it was a business tool that could solve problems for anyone in any business on multiple subjects. I am hooked on this tool, and I've been hooked on this tool since the first week of December 2022. AI will not replace you. However, an agent with AI will replace you. We can no longer say, oh, we've been in the business 30 years. I have been in the business now for 24 years. I've been a realtor for 20 years. Let me promise you one thing. The way we were doing business when I came into the world of real estate in 1999 is not the same way we do real estate today. In 1999, my automobile was wrapped. I had bus benches, I had billboards, and I was running a classified ad in the back of the Sun-Times every single day. I do not utilize any of those tools for marketing today, and I have substantially increased my return on investment, okay? So it by itself is not going to replace you, but that agent who has the ability to give great instructions, because guess what? You don't have to figure out how to use tech. You only need to know how to tell someone what to do. So if you have children, you've likely told them what to do. If you have a pet, you've likely told it what to do. If you have a spouse or significant other, I'm pretty sure you have given them some instructions. If you have the ability to give great instructions, you have the ability to leverage artificial intelligence and ChatGPT in your business. ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And let me tell you, that meant absolutely nothing to me, and I'm almost sure it means nothing to most realtors. So I decided to come up with my own acronym for ChatGPT. To me, ChatGPT means that as a real estate professional, every last person listening to this call now has a productive, electrifying, trained assistant. Now, I don't know about you, but I need a productive, electrifying, trained assistant. And when I say a productive, electrifying, trained assistant, I want you to think about your assistant has passed the bar exam, the medical exam, speaks 100 different languages, okay? This is at the bare minimum what this productive, electrifying, trained assistant can do. And you can have the absolute best version of this if you are willing to spend $20 per month. But ChatGPT isn't the only tool available. Today you have Bard.Google, which is Google's version of ChatGPT, and you have New Bing, which is Bing's version of ChatGPT. ChatGPT is infused into numerous different tools that we are using today in the world of real estate. But let's take a look back to March of 2023. I want you to look at this long list of tools that have AI in them. Ford launched Latitude AI. Bing crossed 100 million daily active users. Google, they brought AI to Google Workspace and released Palm API. Microsoft launched 365 Copilot. Apple tested AI inside of Siri. Adobe launched Firefly. And my favorite tool, Canva, launched AI tools. Canva didn't launch one AI tool. Canva launched 12 AI tools in 1 week. And then when we look down to number 25, Goldman Sachs suggested AI impacts 300 million jobs. What I don't want to occur is that it impacts our job. So we're going to implement AI into our businesses because it is as simple as giving it oral or written instructions. And we are going to focus on Canva because Canva has 12 AI tools. If there's one tool that I believe every licensee needs, it will be Canva plus your customer relationship management system. So we're going to dive right in to what are these great AI tools inside of Canva and how this is going to change all of your sales and marketing, keeping in mind that you can do this from a desktop, a laptop, or from the palm of your hand. The very first tool we want to take a look at is Magic Write. Magic Write is ChatGPT, where we can come in and ask it to give us 5 steps to do anything, okay? You could ask for 10 steps if your heart desires, but what I want you to go back and do is start thinking about your target audience. Are you a buyer's agent or are you a listing agent? And what are your marketing ideas? Because what you want to do now is start to write those things down. You can try these tools 25 times before Canva is going to request a payment. So the first one is going to be Magic Write. Right now, Magic Write is inside of anything that you want to create inside of Canva, okay? So you come over to any document And at the bottom right-hand side, you're going to see a little blue icon. Now I'm going to tell you something. I accessed this via the Canva docs. And the reason I accessed it via the Canva docs, because I want to show you something very special. So I came into Canva docs, and where you see one day or day one, you decide, you see the nice little plus sign. You're going to click on that plus sign, and it is going to give you a list of things in which you can do. We're going to focus on Magic Write. So we simply hit the Magic Write pencil. When I hit the Magic Write pencil, it'll say use 5 or more words to describe what you want to write. Now, I want to start thinking about all of my marketing materials, any step-by-step processes that I want for a buyer and or a seller. So I came over and I said, hey, provide me 10 tools every realtor should use. And I simply hit the enter button. When I hit the enter button, it gave me these 10 tools. Now, I don't know about you, but when I turned 40 years old, my vision changed. That means that I personally do not use any form of script because I can't read it, nor can my clients read it. I prefer to use a solid, bold font to ensure that whatever I am creating, people have the opportunity to read it. So for me, I'm going to always make sure that I change my font. Yes, we can read that now, right? And so it's saying, hey, we need to have an MLS. We need to have a customer relationship management system. We need to have electronic signature software, online scheduling and calendar tools like a Calendly, virtual tour software, social media platforms, real estate market analysis tools, website builders, email marketing tools, and mobile apps, okay? It gave me that in less than 1 minute. So inside of Canva, the very first tool we want to use, especially to spark ideas, is going to be the Magic Write tool. Now, I want you to look up to the top right-hand corner, and you see a button that says Convert. I can now take this document and turn it into a PowerPoint. Now, the joy of turning this into a PowerPoint is that, one, it'll add a little color, a little bang to it, but more importantly, I can then download it as photos. So we are going to go and we're going to hit that Convert button. And when we hit the Convert button on the left-hand side, it gives me a lot of options that I get to pick from. So we started with Magic Docs, and we're going to convert our document to a PowerPoint with just a few clicks. I decided to go with the mustard background, and now I have 11 slides in my PowerPoint or 11 different photos. And I can use this as a carousel post with up to 10 of those posts on Instagram, or I can share a different tool every single day, or these could be photos inside of a blog post. It took me less than 3 minutes to create a document and a PowerPoint slide. And once the PowerPoint slide is complete, I have the opportunity to present it. I can turn that into a standalone website. I can embed it on my website. I can get a QR code and link people back to it. I can share it via social media to my LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn pages, Instagram, Facebook pages, Twitter, Facebook group, TikTok, Facebook stories, Pinterest, Tumblr, or I can use the scheduler inside of Canva if I have the paid version. I don't even think we've spent 5 minutes so far. This is one of the joys of artificial intelligence. So now let's say that you did not see that plus sign at the top left-hand side. What Canva has done is they have infused their Canva assistant no matter what type of document you're in. You could be in Pinterest, you could be in Facebook headers, you could be in TikTok, it doesn't matter, but at the bottom right-hand side where you see that blue star, when you click on it, you're going to now get the Canva assistant, and Magic Write is going to be right there for you. So it's in every single document creation inside of Canva. But what are some of the things in that long drop-down list? You can brainstorm faster and find new ideas. You can continue to write. You can create headline generators. You can create outlines. You can do paragraph generators. You can paraphrase tools. You can create lists. You can rewrite what you previously wrote. You can do summary generator, all inside of Canva. Canva is awesome. But let me show you another way you can use this too. And so I live here in the city of Chicago. The Bean is a popular tourist destination. Inside of Canva, you can go and you can pull photos for your area. Okay, if you live in an urban area, the likelihood is there will be a lot of photos. If you live in a rural area, then think about pulling either farmland, rivers, mountains, contingent upon where you live. So I went and found a picture of the bean. I clicked on the Magic Write tool and I said, tell me more about the bean. And it says, the bean in Chicago's Millennium Park is a large mirrored bean-shaped sculpture officially named Cloud Gate. I can tell you we do not call it Cloud Gate. We call it the bean. Now I have a photo and I have a paragraph that we can elaborate on and create a blog post. This is all inside of Canva. So we have our Magic Write and we have our Docs to Deck, and you can use it multiple ways and save it in different formats. Whew, that's a lot. Well, the next tool is going to be Canva Translate. Canva can translate languages into 100 different languages. And so when we think about accessing the Translate tool, it's going to be located in a different location. In locating the Canva Translate tool, you're going to have to go to the bottom left-hand side to your apps. Keep in mind that this is available in any type of document. And you're going to then hit the Translate button, but you have to go to the apps, type in the word Translate for it to come up. Once it comes up, you can have whatever language you have automatically detected, and then you can translate it to 100 different outputs. Now, if you have multiple pages in whatever your creation is, you can select one or more pages to be translated. So you can do only one page, 2 pages, 3 pages, every other page. You get to decide which pages you want to have translated. And so I came over and it says conduct market research through research the local real estate market. Now, if we go back to our original document, this was one of those 10 steps. So you see that around the white box is a purple square. That now means that I can access the translate. So it did automatic detection. We're going to translate it to Spanish, and we're only going to do page 1. So on the left-hand side, I have the original document because it keeps that. And on the right-hand side, I have the Spanish version. Now, this is what I want to caution you about. There isn't a perfect Spanish. There are multiple dialects. What I tend to do is take the Spanish version back over to ChatGPT itself and make sure that it gives me what I gave it. But also think about a disclaimer anytime you're using the Translate tool, knowing that it is not a perfect tool. So everything that we create, we can create it with the Magic Write, and then we can actually have that information translated to over 100 different languages. So this is a marketing piece that I created inside of Canva. At the very top is my bio. At the bottom is the Spanish version of the bio that was created. On the right-hand side, my name, some of my designations and certifications, and then the information in Spanish. What I want us to start thinking about is our ability to do referral transactions, okay? And then also think about the communities that our offices are in. And are we servicing all of the communities that touch our office? Here in Chicago, one of our offices is in a predominantly Polish-speaking community. So as a office, the office can use it to translate everything to Polish. For me, I'm thinking about the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals and the fact that the Latino real estate market is the fastest growing market right now. I want to build referrals with the fastest growing real estate market. So you want to think, where do you want your business to go? Who are you looking to attract? And where is your office located? As a result, I formed a bilingual advisory board to advise me on translating everything to Spanish. And when I'm creating new tools, providing those tools to our advisory board, one, for them to check them, but two, in order for us to start expanding and giving them not only Spanish speaking content, but English speaking content. Therefore, inside of Canva, don't know if you know you can do this, but you can create your lead magnets. You can create your landing pages. How are we using Canva as landing pages? Canva gives you the ability to have a website. Because we have a website, we're attaching our Canva website to Google Forms to capture the information, okay? And so you can leverage Canva and Google Forms to create lead funnels and to auto deliver the lead magnet that you have created inside of Canva. So on the left-hand side is actually the lead magnet, and we have this content in Spanish. I love these tools because now we are increasing our visibility and our referral sources, but we're giving them the tools to be able to do so. Yeah, I know it's a lot, right? Now, the next tool that I love inside of Canva is text to image. Yes, you can take a sentence and create a photo from the sentence. So when you come over into Canva, you're going to go back down to the bottom left-hand side. You're going to look for apps, and this time you're going to type in text to image. And inside of the black box, when it says include objects, colors, locations, surroundings, people, you want to tell it what it is that you want it to create. And then you have to decide the output. Do you want it dreamlike? Do you want a photo? Do you want watercolors? You get to decide. So you see two different text to image versions. They both say a room of real estate professionals taking their continuing education. The first one is a photo. And then the second one, we're going to come back here and look, will be filmic, okay? Two totally different outputs. I will say that the text to image that I prefer is Mid-Journey, but you definitely have now your own text to image. So text to image is an AI tool, and there are a lot of them, but Canva has its own. And here is another version of that. So we put in one prompt, and now we have this variation of photos that we now get to use in our real estate businesses. But my preferred tool for creating text to image is Mid-Journey, and you operate Mid-Journey on the Discord app. So the likelihood is if you have a gamer in your house, you've heard of the Discord app. I'm not a gamer, but I definitely use Discord now, and I have numerous text to image tools, but Midjourney is my favorite text to image tool. All of these images were created using Midjourney. All right. And the reason that I'm intentional in creating art and I specify, Black female, Black male is because AI art defaults to Caucasian male. So if you are any other ethnic group, right, then that means that you're going to want to create images in your likeness so that you will have representation in the AI art world because it is growing very fast. Now, what I decided to do with my AI art and my Chat GPT and my Canva account is I created the 5-minute CEO journal for success and growth in order to honor Michelle Mills Clement, the CEO of the Chicago Association of Realtors, on her 5th anniversary for our Titans of the Industry event. The cover is created with Midjourney, which is AI art. The prompts inside of the book are created using ChatGPT, and the entire book was put together on Canva. This book was #1 in new releases the week that it came out, and now the proceeds from the sale go back to the 77, the Diversity Committee of the Chicago Association of Realtors. That means you can also become a publisher using these tools. I have actually published 31 books, and every book was created on Canva. I don't think I've ever told anybody that. Every book, every cover was created leveraging Canva, which is another reason why I have the paid version of Canva so that I can use those art creations and monetize them. So what's next for us? We have created line drawings for coloring books. We have created other photos for other real estate related books. We have created Black real estate professionals buying and selling real estate. We have created journal covers, Gucci inspired journal covers, leveraging AI art. I love this stuff. Now, I don't ever want us to forget the foundation. And the foundation is we need to add eight contacts to our customer relationship management system every single day. I tell people you want to have an 8x8 strategy. If you would like, you can scan that QR code to get my 8x8 strategy because it is EXIT's philosophy that we need to add 2,880 contacts to our customer relationship management system for every 6 figures that we want to earn. And I break that down according to Ford: family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. But I want you to leverage Canva today in order to use Magic Write, Docs to Deck, Translate, and know that you can also use that tool in order to become an author and to become a publisher. I love these tools.
That is so good. So not often, Marki, am I on Amazon when I'm watching a Techinar. However, I am when it's with you and when you recommend, something is awesome. I want to see this in person. So I just placed an order for that 5-minute CEO journal. That is so cool. I love it. I want to get my hands on it. I want to see what you created with the technology that you shared today. You know what? You are not shy about sharing your information. So I do highly recommend that, spend a few minutes about how people can get more in depth with the training that you're doing specifically on Canva AI.
So on Canva AI, we just did a master class on the subject. It was supposed to be 3 hours. It ended up being 4 hours that we have available at markilemons.com. canva-AI, where we go in depth, clearly for 4 hours on every Canva AI tool that is available. But to me, when I start thinking about if you want a little bit of everything, not necessarily the best of everything, but a little bit of everything, Canva is going to be that go-to tool right now, as opposed to paying for 5 or 6 different platforms. You can come to Canva, I think it's $114, maybe $120 a year, right? And you're going to get your templates, and you're going to get your lead magnets, and you're going to get your scheduler all in that one location. Sales, this is a sales and marketing position, right. And people definitely, visuals are important. And now we also have all of the photos. We have the video editor. I've created my digital human avatar, which is going to be a $570 billion industry, all inside of Canva.
So amazing. So get the full subscription of Canva, you guys.
Yes.
I think you've said it before, stop tripping over dollars to pick up pennies.
Yes.
Right. Yes, there's a free version, but it's now time to grow up.
It
and
is.
To leverage the tools that you can utilize with Canva. I love the translator. I speak fluent Spanish. However, there is verbiage that I don't normally use in normal conversation with my family. So when you get into some of those intricacies, you're going to need a translator. And in order to do that, it could be very expensive.
Yes, it can be very expensive. And I only speak, well, I'm not going to say I only speak English. I speak English and a little bit of Icelandic because I was a foreign exchange student, but I'm not looking to attract the Icelandic market. I definitely would love to develop deeper and more referrals with the Latino real estate market, and giving them an option to have bilingual content on our websites and all of our branding and marketing. One, making sure that we're being more inclusive. So think of it as being inclusive, not exclusive, as a tool, because you can actually do this for multiple languages, and we can also repurpose our content to aid people with any disability. So to also be in ADA compliance from a visual audio aspect.
Unbelievable. You know, it's what you've also touched on, and you just said, taking content and then expanding it into other areas. The same content, Marki, whether it's a flyer or a PowerPoint presentation or a blog post, you have a team behind you that will help duplicate these resources and share with others.
Yes. And when I'm thinking about ChatGPT, coming back to it being a productive, electrifying, trained assistant, I was speaking with one real estate professional that had a team of virtual assistants, and he has let his team go because by letting his team go, he saves $2,700 per month. And he knew that through leveraging these AI tools, that it would only take him 3 hours to create. So he gave himself a raise by taking on the task because he implemented artificial intelligence and ChatGPT into his business.
Amazing. Your recommendation, Marki, when people, our audiences, start taking a look at Canva, the full subscription, what are maybe top 2 things that they can implement this week?
Oh, the top 2 things they can implement this week is going to go back to your to-do list and implement the magic right to help you complete your to-do list, okay? To one, spark potential new ideas, and then repurpose that content. Anything that you have in writing, you can also copy and paste it into the actual doc and then have it convert, okay? So you can go back to anything that you've already created and think about how to repurpose that and bring more visuals into it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. I want our audience, in case they missed, how they get in touch with you to tap into the knowledge that you're doing, because you do master classes and you touch on these areas. What's the best way for them to tap into that knowledge, Marki?
The best way to tap into the knowledge is I am the only Marki Lemons in the world. If they spell my name correctly, MarkiLemons, they will find me, my website, my podcast. I'm also the podcast host of Drive with NAR, the podcast of the National Association of Realtors, and I do multiple interviews every single week. So if you spell my name correctly, you will find me and everything about me, as I'm the only one.
So good, Marki. I want our audience to remember that this is for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're brand new in the business, millennial, seasoned individual, you can tap into this technology. What I always refer to is practice makes what? And the audience always says, perfect. No. Practice makes progress.
I
Practice
love that.
makes permanent. So we
Yeah.
encourage all of you, get your toes in the water. You don't have to dive in the deep end, but get your toes in and have that zest, that desire to learn something new. Because like you, Marki, I see you all over across country, and your excitement. Isn't it fun to be excited about learning and implementing new tools with technology?
It is fun. And I look, as a mid-aged woman, I'm having no mid-aged woman should have as much fun as I'm having. I'm actually sitting here with my toes under my desk, thinking about them dipping in water. Okay. That is how fun this is to me, to know that I am putting myself in the position to retire, to be financially eligible to retire on the date that I set, whether I decide to do it or not. That is a true joy.
So inspirational. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time, Marki. And thank you everyone for joining us with this month's Techinar. Tune in every fourth Wednesday of the month at noon Eastern Standard Time. Join us on EXIT Realty Corp International if you haven't already through Facebook. We have lots of great other trainings that we would love for you to take a part of. Marki, again, thank you so much for your knowledge and wisdom and your motivation and inspiration. You're a gift.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everyone. Make it a great day.